Jai Sachidanand. I bow to pure soul within you, everybody. Jai Sachidanand. This is 5th day. Happiness increased tremendously.
I'm responsible for the mic, so it's a good opportunity to take it. Before the big events like Willingen or Guru Purnima or something, there is always a lot of things going on in the intellect, very strong, that I should not go there or something like this. But I want to go there, but intellect says, no, don't go there. So, and this intellect of file 1 is very sharp, so he can find thousands of things and opinions within a short period about everybody. But then I arrived here at the Seva team, and during the whole event, there was not a single negative thought or disharmony with anybody in the Seva team.
Yes.
It was basically working like a clockwork. Everybody was, if you see somebody who needs help, somebody was there already. And it was really like we are blessed and guided by the grace of Dada and Niruma, because everybody knew what to do, where to do, and it was not work at all. It was only fun and not a single disharmony over the whole period. And this is incredible because I don't know this from this file 1, because there are so many opinions within such a short period, and here was not a single problem with anybody. And I can just suggest to everyone who took now the Gnan to do also Seva, because I can feel so much happiness inside. Much more than before, because the intellect is thinking like, I will lead you, and you're still not happy, but you follow the intellect. So, but you come here, and you are tremendous happiness is inside. And it doesn't matter if you think you have no skills, what should I do in Seva? Everybody can do Seva. So, and I would not say it if I would not believe it for 100%. Because if I would not experience it myself, I would never believe it that really Seva can change so much. And if you also know that you do this Seva for Dada, then it's a whole different thing. And there is no ego inside then. And I just wanted to share it because it's so beautiful. Okay, Sachidanand.
And we have big intellect. So that intellect can be used for solving problems, for how to perfect situation, let the all Mahatma get good seva, good benefit. So we will use our intellect for solution of things. Then living person will not hurt. So what we are doing, we are not solving problem and we are blaming on living person. That is a wrong. So we use our intellect for solving problems. Value of human Mahatma is more than things. We can solve problem by intellect, but without hurting, without blaming on Mahatma. Then your intellect is also can utilize for positivity, creativity, constructivity. Otherwise, negativity, destructivity is there. Because intellect use positive use, that helpful. And if you use for human, then it will be negativity. So seva is biggest use of intellect. You can use positively. And it is for helping others. That is biggest positive. Yes.
Okay, Gerd took the mic and then he was like, oh no, what are you doing? Yeah. So, okay, I'm gonna say it. I actually also had a great experience doing the Seva. It was the same like with Alex. And there was one occasion though where I had an amazing experience, and it was when on Sunday there was the darshan, And wow, my friends, they were near you. They could do the seva while they were doing the darshan, yeah. And I was happy for them. But there was also a part inside me which was like, oh man, I also would like to be there, you know, be close to you, yes. And I noticed some kashais coming up, yeah. It was not against the others, but it was like, oh, I would also like to be close to you, yes. And while this was going on, there was, I mean, everybody had this somehow in a sense, but this experience was so clear to me. Wow, there are these kashais, yes? And these are the ones which keep you away from moksha. And this realization was like, just let it burn. Let it just burn, burn, burn. And this was such a grace to, yes, let it burn, but while you are separated from it and let it burn, it's always a step towards moksha, to ultimate liberation, yeah? That's what we are here for, that's what we are looking for, yeah? And just letting it burn was already a great experience, but with it came the absolute clear realization that while doing it, while knowing who we really are, that's where we really meet. That's where we have the unity. And yeah, this was great. So, of course, I appreciate very much to be close to you physically. But yes, this was, that's what it's about, you know. As you say, the 5 agnas, that's where we meet. That's where we are one. So that was a very beautiful experience. Thank you very much.
Ja, ich versuche das jetzt mal zu formulieren. Ich war beim Parayan und da hattest du über Seva gesprochen und das hat mich sehr berührt.
I was at the Parayan and there you were talking about Seva and that really touched me.
Elisabeth hatte sehr viel Widerstände all die Jahre gegen Seva und da auf einmal war das wie ein Weckruf.
And Elizabeth has a lot of resistance for Seva for all the years, but there that was like an awakening call.
Ich habe sehr viel dafür gebetet.
And I prayed a lot for it.
Dass ich die Kraft habe, körperlich und psychisch im Seva zu sein.
To have the energy, psychologic and physic energies to be in Seva.
Und hier habe ich eigentlich nur noch dafür gebetet.
And here I prayed only for.
Und es ist jeden Tag immer etwas auf mich zugekommen, was ich tun konnte, physisch und immer von der Zeit her.
And every day I got some seva, something to do that I was able to do from time-wise and also physically.
Und das ist so eine Gnade und so eine tiefe, tiefe innere Berührtheit.
And it's such a grace and such a deep, deep inner touch.
Ich bin so unendlich dankbar und voller Demut.
I'm so grateful and so full of humility.
Dass ich nur hier sagen kann, danke, dass mir diese Kraft so zuwächst, auch das für Dada tun zu können.
So that I just can say thank you that I got all these energies here to work for Dada.
Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand. Ich hatte Verantwortung für wunderbare Sevas und diesmal war es irgendwie anders. Ich habe gemerkt, dass dass ich zwar die Verantwortung habe, aber dass ich immer mehr die anderen diesen schönen Seva so genannt geben kann.
So I was responsible for different seva, and that was, but this time it was somehow different because I was responsible for other sevatis as well, and I experienced how it is to convey the seva to them.
Und dass das genauso bereichernd ist, ob ich jetzt ganz vorne an der Front bin oder mehr im Hintergrund.
And that's even the same feeling to be very in front or in the background more.
Und ich bin sehr glücklich, im Seva sein zu können.
And I'm very happy to be in seva.
Jai Satchidanand.
Ich war in den ersten Tagen dabei beim Aufbau.
I helped the first days in building up everything here.
Und im Vorhinein zu Hause, ich wusste ganz genau, was ich nicht wollte.
And before at home, I knew exactly what I don't want.
Ich wollte keine Motis bewegen.
I didn't want to move the motis.
Ich wollte keine Tische tragen
I didn't want to carry around tables.
und keine Stühle transportieren.
And didn't want to carry around chairs.
Mit den Stühlen, das hat geklappt.
With the chairs, that worked out fine.
Jedenfalls bis heute.
So until today.
Aber die Erfahrung war dabei, körperliche Arbeit ist nicht einer meiner bevorzugten Tätigkeiten.
But the experience was I don't really like a lot body physical work.
Und an den Tagen habe ich das Gefühl gehabt, es ging alles irgendwie leichter.
But in these days here, I had the feeling everything was much easier.
Und als Franz Christian mittags mal sagte, es wäre wichtig, auch Spaß dabei zu haben,
And as Franz Christian one day said to me, it's also very important to have fun.
nee, es war schon in den 2 Tagen, da habe ich gemerkt, ja, es hat tatsächlich Spaß gemacht.
And then I realized immediately, yeah, that's really funny. It's really fun.
Obwohl meine Füße abends den doppelten Umfang hatten.
Even though my feet were in the evening very, very big and swollen.
Morgens waren sie wieder in Ordnung.
But in the morning everything was fine again.
Das war's, danke.
That's it. Thank you.
In Seva what happened? Our all mind will show negativity for I don't want to lift this weight, I don't want to move this table. And same Seva will come to you only. So your kashai will break down. The negativity will go away. So we are separate, and this Prakriti, file 1 is separate. File 1 has negativity for whatever Seva comes, it is negative for that Seva. But we are not agree with file 1, and we are accepting, no, whatever comes, I will finish with equanimity, so your Prakriti will dissolve, the mistakes will dissolve. And when you finish your Seva, after 5 days you will feel, oh, this so many botheration gone, and I am free from all this bondage, I am very happy. So Seva is a very important, whatever we theoretically teach this, understand this knowledge, that knowledge is now become practical by Seva. And ultimate goal, we want to come out from all kashai, anger, pride, deceit, greed. That we want to dissolve. And we want to free from all these kashai. That is our progress in spiritual path. So Seva helps to dissolve this kashai, because negativity is due to kashai. I don't want this, I don't like this, why they are giving me? That is ego and negativity, and it is called kashai. And we are not agree with kashai, we are doing Seva. We are accepting this, I want to do Seva, whatever comes I will do. So that part, that dissolves that anger, pride, everything. So Seva, by Seva, we can experience our knowledge is become practical. we theoretically understood how to practice 5 Ajna, but this is practical way to apply 5 Ajna. Yes. Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand, Pujyashree. 2011, als ich das erste Mal mit meinem Fall 2 bei dir war, das war eine wunderbare Zeit und wir haben da auch keinen Seva gemacht.
In 2011, that was the first time that I was with you with my file number 2, and it was a wonderful time. We haven't done any seva at that time.
Wir haben die Pausen genossen, schöne Spaziergänge gemacht.
We enjoyed the breaks and did nice walks outside.
Und hatten einfach eine gute Zeit, auch außerhalb.
And had just a nice time even outside of the event.
Because so many people has done seva. That's why you're enjoying program.
Und mit dieser Haltung sind wir dann auch 2012 wieder angereist.
So and with that approach we also came 2012 again.
Schöne Pausen zu haben.
To have nice breaks.
Und irgendwie sind wir in den Seva reingerutscht.
But somehow we ended up in seva.
Und unser erster Gedanke war, oh mein Gott.
And our first thought was, oh my God.
Weil es war ziemlich klar, also die Pausen werden definitiv weniger.
And it was clear that the breaks, they will reduce now.
Und ganz spannend war dann so das Erleben, dass obwohl wir weniger Pause hatten, war mehr Freude da und es war da, dass wir reich beschenkt wurden.
And that was an interesting experience to feel that even though there were less breaks, still there was so much joy and so much fun. And we felt very rich, gifted.
Und von da an, mit jedem Jahr, wurden die Pausen noch weniger.
And from year to year, the breaks become lesser.
Und FC hat auch einen Schlafpfeil.
Franz Christian also has a big sleeping file.
Der hatte die Idee, er braucht mindestens 8 Stunden Schlaf.
He had the idea he needs at least 8 hours of sleep.
Und hier waren es jedes Mal sehr wenige Stunden Schlaf.
And here he had only very few hours of sleep.
Und 2 Minuten in der Früh, ich bin unendliche Energie und die Energie ist voll da.
And there was just 2 minutes in the morning, I'm full of infinite energy, and the energy was immediately there.
Seva ist für mich oder auch für Fall 2, es ist, wir können ein klein wenig zurückgeben von dem, was wir erhalten haben.
And seva is for me and for file number 2 is like that we can give a little bit back from that we received.
Also very little. Das,
Very
was wir erhalten
small.
haben, ist so groß und da ist der Wunsch da, möge das ganz viele auch erhalten und erreichen.
And that what we received is so big that the wish is there that so many as possible may attain that.
Und jetzt über die Jahre, auch wenn ich jetzt auf diesen Event hinschaue bei den Sivatis, da ist so eine Dankbarkeit da, wie das ist Familie. Also
And
wie
now
das hier.
Now after all those years, when I see now all the Sevatis here, there is so much gratitude and it feels like a big family.
Und es ist so berührend zu sehen, wie einer auf den anderen schaut und wann immer etwas gebraucht wird und du sprichst jemanden an, augenblicklich ist Hilfe und Unterstützung da.
And it's so touching to see how one cares for the other, and whenever someone needs something, immediately someone is there to help out.
Also ich denke, das ist Dadas Familie.
I think it's Dada's family.
Yes.
Dada wirkt durch uns und da ist eine große Dankbarkeit da.
Dada works
Jai
through us, and there's such a great gratitude.
Sachidanand.
Jai
Pujyashree.
Jai Sachidanand. Viele Worte, die ich sagen wollte, hat Franz Christian schon gesagt.
So many words that I wanted to say did Franz Christian say.
Slowly, you say all words.
Ja, aber das, was mir sehr wichtig ist, ich möchte hier all die um Vergebung bitten, die ich trotzdem vielleicht verletzt haben
But
sollte.
what is very, very important to me is I really would like to ask for forgiveness from all those that I might have hurt here.
Ich habe,
Anybody? Nobody.
ja, ich
Nobody's
habe
hurt.
die Erfahrung seit 2011 auch gemacht. Das Prakriti war damals sehr, sehr stark. Es ist aber immer noch stark. Und
So my
es ist,
experience is since 2011, the Prakriti was very strong, but it's still quite strong.
Das ist dieses Prakriti der Lehrerin, die dann immer sagt, so musst du das machen, das ist so besser. Also Gisela, viele, die Gisela kennen, die kennen auch diesen Teil.
Okay, and it's a Prakriti of a teacher to say, oh, you have to do it this way, you have to do it that way. And many of those of you who know Gisela, they know she is like that.
Aber ich habe nie in dieser Form, nie die Absicht, jemanden dadurch zu verletzen.
But I never had the intention to hurt anybody with that.
Und ich bin so unendlich dankbar für jeden Nimit, der dann auftaucht und mir klar macht, halt stopp, guck wieder hin.
And I'm so endlessly grateful for each nimit that comes along to show me, hey, stop and look at this.
Und Seva ist für mich eine der größten Schulen in diesem Bereich.
And Seva is one of the biggest schools for me in this, concerning this.
Sehr wertvoll und ich bin unendlich dankbar und in Demut dankbar für all das, was ich hier erfahren durfte.
It's so precious and I'm so grateful and so humble for all this, full of devotion for all this that I can experience here.
Und lade alle dazu ein, auch die Neuen beim nächsten Mal auch wirklich mitzumachen.
And I invite all, especially even the new ones, to take part next time, to join us.
Jai Satchidanand.
Ich habe 2013 Gnani bekommen
I took Gnani 2013.
und ich bin gar nicht in die Gelegenheit gekommen, mir zu überlegen, ob ich Seva mache,
And I didn't even have the opportunity to think about giving Seva,
weil ich gleich das Geschenk hatte, dass ich eingeladen wurde dazu.
because I had right away the present to get invited to Seva.
Und ja, das war ein ganz großes Geschenk,
That was such a big gift,
weil ich so in diese Verbindung reingekommen bin dadurch
so I came so deep into this connection.
und weil das für mich wie so eine Art Wirbelsäule oder so ein Stützapparat war, dass ich dabei bleibe und nicht irgendwann mal weglaufe, wenn vielleicht mal Zweifel kommen.
And that was such a big support for me that I stay here and don't walk away if it's getting difficult.
Und ich bin ganz, ganz tief berührt gewesen, dann im selben Jahr in Indien, von der Achtsamkeit und der Wertschätzung und dem Willkommen, wie wir empfangen wurden und die ganze Zeit verwöhnt wurden.
And then I was so deeply touched when I afterwards then was the first time in India by all the love and care and appreciation from all the Mahatmas there that welcomed us so warmly.
Und meine tiefe Absicht war, dass ich das auch weitergeben kann, wenn ich hier in Deutschland bin.
And my deep intention was to give that away to others when I'm back here in Germany.
Und ich merke immer, dass je mehr ich Seva mache, umso mehr Menschen aus meinem Umfeld kommen hierher.
And I feel that the more I do Seva, the more people that surround me, they come here to Aatmgnan.
Und umso mehr ist mein Leben auch in meinem Umfeld zu Hause von Mahatmas umgeben.
And the more even my life at home is surrounded by Mahatmas.
Und ich wünsche mir einfach ganz doll, dass das noch viel, viel größer wird.
And I wish so deeply that it's getting bigger and bigger.
Und die Art, hier zu arbeiten mit den Menschen, ist noch mal ganz anders, als wenn ich draußen im Job bin ohne Mahatmas.
And the way to deal here with the people is so different than the way I do it outside in my job.
Und ich lerne so viel hier und möchte all das auch mit nach Hause nehmen.
And I learned so much here and I would like to take all this home, back home.
Und was ganz wichtig ist, sind hier so die Zügel loszulassen, dass sich alle Dinge, was an Problemen oder was an Schwierigkeiten oder Herausforderungen war, dass die sich hier durch Javastit lösen.
And the good thing is here that I'm able to let go of all the reins here, so that all the difficulties that came up, they were solved by Vyavastit.
Und dass es eine ganz wunderbare Gemeinschaft ist und ich dafür ganz dankbar bin und jeden einlade, dazu mitzumachen.
And it's such a beautiful community here and I'm so grateful and I really would like to invite everybody to join this.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Sachidanand Deepakbhai. Ich hatte das Glück, ich durfte an der Bühne arbeiten.
I was so fortunate to work on the stage.
Und ganz zum Schluss habe ich dann die Bühne gesaugt und habe Dada Bhagwan dabei gesungen.
And very in the end I cleaned the stage and was singing Dada Bhagwan.
Und da habe ich gedacht, wenn ich jetzt nach Hause gehe, dann werde ich meine Hausarbeit genauso auch wieder verrichten.
and then I thought, when I would go home now, I will do all my homework in the same way.
Es war wirklich so leicht und so schön.
It was so easy and so nice.
Und ich würde gern noch teilen, wir haben mehrere Leute inspirieren können, mitzukommen.
And I would like to share that we were able to inspire a few people to join us here, to come here.
Und der ein oder andere, der hatte schon auch große Widerstände in sich.
And a few of them had before a lot of resistance within.
Vor allen Dingen meine beste Freundin.
Especially my best girlfriend.
Und es war so schön. Wir hatten also am Samstagabend noch ein längeres Gespräch mit der Gemeinschaft, wo viele Fragen nochmal geklärt werden konnten.
So, but then it was so nice. We had a talk. We were talking on Saturday in the evening all together, and so we could answer a lot of questions.
Und am Sonntag dann bei dem Segen bin ich mit meiner Freundin an der Seite erstmal gestanden und ja, wir haben einfach lange geschaut, was dort passiert ist und da wurde sie einfach immer weicher.
And on Sunday during the darshan, me and my girlfriend, we were standing aside just before the darshan started, just watching, and I could observe her becoming more and more smooth and softly.
Ja, wir waren sehr berührt, wir haben viel geweint.
And we both were very touched and cried a lot.
Und irgendwann fragte sie mich dann, ob ich mit ihr zusammen halt gehen würde. Und es war ihr ganz wichtig, dass wir zusammen gehen. Und es war einfach ein riesengroßes Geschenk.
And then finally she asked me whether we would go together to take the darshan. And it was beautiful.
Jai Satchidanand, vielen, vielen Dank.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Ja, ich möchte mich auch sehr bedanken, dass ich hier Seva machen durfte.
I also really want to thank for being able to give Seva here.
Am Anfang kam zwar auch mal so ein ganzes Tief.
In the beginning, I had a kind of deep hole that I was in deep.
Der Körper wollte gar nicht mehr und alles war einfach nur noch, es ging einfach nichts mehr.
So the body didn't work anymore, it didn't function, nothing was possible anymore.
Aber es war so toll, weil alles das wurde getragen.
But then somehow it was so great because somehow everything was carried.
Und die Dankbarkeit, die ist in den ganzen Tagen immer größer geworden.
And I became more and more grateful during those days here.
Und ich habe darum gebeten, dass ich die Möglichkeit noch bekomme, meine Dankbarkeit auch noch sonst auszudrücken.
And I asked for the opportunity to express my gratitude.
Die Ute und der Pfeil 2, die hatten ja dieses Jahr eine sehr starke Karma-Entladung. Und
Ute and Pfeil 2 they had a very strong karma discharge this year.
Vielleicht sind jetzt auch noch Leute dabei, die es nicht wissen. Am 22. Januar hat die Seele unseres Sohnes ihren Körper verlassen.
Some may not know that at the 22nd of January this year, the soul of the son of Ute has left the body.
Die Ute hatte das große Glück, dass sie da in Indien war.
And Ute was so fortunate to be in India at that time.
Und ich bin vollgetragen worden von der ganzen Mahatma-Familie und von allen Indern und es war so, als ob Dada mich auch getragen hätte.
And Ute was totally carried. She was so uplifted by the whole Mahatma family over there, and it was as if Dada has carried her.
Und trotz dieser Trauer, die auch immer wieder mal recht heftig kommt,
and even though there's so much grief that is sometimes still so strong,
ist immer wieder ganz viel Gewahrsein da,
there's so much awareness.
Dass ich reine Seele bin. Und seitdem läuft sehr, sehr stark, dass ich mit Ute rede.
There is so much awareness that I am pure soul, and ever since I talk a lot with Ute.
Wenn es dann wieder kommt, dann ist es so, dass ich zu Ute sage, ja Ute, du darfst ruhig traurig sein. Das ist vollkommen in Ordnung, aber ich bin bei dir und wir schaffen das.
And whenever it gets worse again, then I talk to Ute and I say, Ute, that's totally fine. Then if you are sad, that's fine, but I'm with you and together we make it.
Und das, was jetzt noch ganz dringend von mir und Ute gesagt werden will, ist, ich danke allen, durch ihre Worte, durch ihre stillen Signale, durch ihr Tragen, durch ihr Begleiten. Ich danke einfach, dass ich bei Dada ankommen durfte.
And I'm so grateful, and I really want to thank everybody who has helped me through words, through just being there, through silent signals, through all this bearing that I could arrive at Dada.
Und der ganz große Wunsch ist wirklich, möge dieser Satsang niemals zu Ende gehen.
And the biggest wish is, may this satsang never end.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand Pujyashree. For a number of years now, I've been very fortunate to do translation seva, and in Willingen for the past few years I had the post of translating German questions for you into English, and with that task there was also a feeling of pride and self-importance, and I felt, oh, I've got these special skills that I have to offer. And what happened this year was that the coordinators put me on a different post. And I felt this other task that I was given was some lower task. This is how I felt. Outwardly I adjusted, but inwardly there was a burning, there was penance, there was negative thoughts towards the coordinators. So this is some kind of confession that the ego really played up during these days. Felt like being put on a substitute's bench, and I'm at the point of seeing this now and letting it all burn. And there's a lot of penance involved, but it has been a very good lesson for me, I think.
After all, Jnana worked properly. After all, awareness of pure soul remain as it is, and all this karmic account of ego gone. And egos, why this ego gets generated. I am doing, I am doer, but really scientific, circumstantial evidence are the doer. So we have to show intellect. You are not whole and soul doer. These are the evidence. Scientific, circumstantial evidence. Slowly, slowly it will dissolve.
Thank you.
Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand. I took the Gnani 2011, and there were only a few books available, and I was reading them, and I thought, oh, what a bad translation. So initially it was a big kashai of pride, but then I ended up in the translation team, and there are some quite obstinate Prakrutis in this team, and we really had some times, but our all intention was to translate the books of Dada as good and as precise as possible. And I immediately felt that in reading the books and going into the detail really connects me. In the first time I saw only you, and then I was reading the books, and I got deeper and deeper in the understanding. And I was so grateful. And now I want to express my appreciation towards my translation colleagues. They do such a great job. They do more than me. I can't do a lot at the moment and felt kind of lazy. But in one evening when Dimplebhai was holding the satsang, I could do the simultaneous translation. And I'm always grateful. Although File 1 goes through some stress and self-doubts and all these things. But yes, I would like to do more, but then there is like, can I ask for seva? Of course, there's the jealousy coming in, and I do want this too, I want it too, and I have also skills. And then what was very helpful for me was Gerd was saying that let it burn, or what Rudiger was saying, let all this greed burn. And wait was Vyavasthit is bringing, but it was great. My first Parayan was about Aptavani 8, and I could be part of it in the German version now. And this is one of my most favorite books. It was like a whole universe was opening up, reading it, understanding it, and I thought, I was waiting, it seems like millions of years that somebody gives me this knowledge. And it's such a big, it's amazing knowledge, it has no boundaries, it's limitless. And in the beginning you might not even feel or understand, because the words of Dada are always very simple, but it's so deep, it's so profound and so simple, so light, and I don't have the words. Thank you for doing seva, even it's only a little.